My name is Matt Rich. I'm the senior pastor here at Unity Presbyterian Church, and I want to welcome you to this week's edition of Life Together. Now, I may be in a slightly different location for you this week, maybe even unfamiliar, but this is a portion of the newly renovated Heritage Room here at Unity. It sits just off of the Fellowship Hall and used to be called the Parlor, but it's in the process of being updated, renovated to be our History and Heritage Room. It's still in process as we continue to complete this section of the project, and we've got a dedicated team that's been working hard on the various ways in which we can display items from our history as a congregation, in addition to make this a usable room for meetings and other gatherings that would take place here. For example, behind me on the wall is the first time I've seen these sketches. These are the sketches of the first 3 sanctuaries here at Unity Presbyterian Church, framed in these pictures that'll hang on the wall. On a different wall, we've got a picture of what we call now the historic sanctuary, built in 1881, and display cabinets, various other things that are in the process, again, of being updated. So I hope that sometime as you're coming through the Fellowship Hall, you'll stick your head here into the History Heritage Room. We are trying to get all this together in preparation for our 235th anniversary celebration, which will take place on October the 22nd. A lot more to come about that. Certainly this begins to be unveiled in the fall, so keep your eye out, but go ahead and mark that date on your calendar, October the 22nd. But this Sunday will be June the 25th, and we'll continue with the 4th week of our Worship and Faith Formation series, Whenever You Pray. Throughout these 2 months, we're preaching through the Lord's Prayer, and this week we've reached the petition, Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. What is it that we're praying for when we pray that petition? How do we find out what God's will is? How do we align our will with it? What are we praying and asking God to do that things might be on earth like they are in heaven? We'll be thinking about all of that together as we worship at 8:45 and 11 o'clock in the sanctuary. You can certainly join us in person, and I hope that you will. If you're out of town or unable to be here in person, then please do join us online. You'll find us on Facebook, on YouTube, and on the church website. As a part of this series, our Faith Formation prayer practice for this week that will take place at 10 o'clock in the Fellowship Hall is about praying the Psalms. So often we struggle because we don't have words to pray. We're not quite sure what to pray or how to phrase it. The Bible is full of opportunities, particularly in the Psalms, to give us words to pray, to join our voices with those who've been praying together for generations about how we speak and how we listen to God. Reverend Steve Simon, who has done a lot of work in this area, is going to be leading our Faith Formation opportunity this Sunday, and again at 10 o'clock in the Fellowship Hall. So I hope that you will come and join to be a part of that. It's open for all ages, different activities that are particularly focused for each different age group as a part of this experience. And it really has been a marvelous opportunity so far this summer, the 3 weeks up to this time, and I know this will be a great one as well. Looking ahead, we are excited about the month of July and our Change for the Church efforts here at Unity. Those really have 2 primary focuses. The first is a special offering, and that special offering is Change for the Church. We bring pocket change, we bring quiet money, we can write checks, we can give online, but it's an opportunity to take up a special offering throughout the month of July, really to support children. We use that money in 2 ways. We split it between an opportunity to provide school supplies for children here in Fort Mill, and then we also support the work of ministry with children in Syria. These have been longstanding projects for us, and we're really making an impact in both through your gifts. So thank you so much for being a part of Change for the Church in the month of July. We're also thinking and excited about the ways in which that affects our worship life together. You'll see that our dress becomes a little more casual. Pastors and choir and others don't wear robes in July. And this year, we're adding in that the 8:45 service will be live on the lawn. We really enjoyed that opportunity to worship outside during the pandemic. And we thought that for Change for the Church, we'd return to going back outside for our 8:45 service. That begins on July the 2nd. That is a communion Sunday. So if you're coming for outdoor worship, you need to bring some bread and bring some juice. We'll remind you about that next week as well. But just know that if the rain comes or we're not able to have the service outside, it will be moved inside, and we'll let you know that no later than noon on Saturdays. My friends, we've got lots of great, exciting things coming up. We'll have our children going to the passport camps. We've got our Honduras trip in July, youth trips to Montreat for both middle school and high school. This coming month is a busy, busy month for us, and we'll have opportunity to plan and prepare for all of that as we continue through this series on prayer this Sunday, June the 25th. So come and join us. My friends, God bless you, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.